National History Day is a project required for all AT 8th grade students. You must present a paper, exhibit, performance, website, or a documentary.
National History Day is a research project where students find secondary and primary sources based on a topic that they choose in history. They have to then connect the evidence that they find to make inferences, draw conclusions, eventually make a thesis statement, a claim, and then support that claim in their project through some pretty in-depth analysis. To prepare students for NHD, we started back in early October, just introducing what the project is. At that point, we then start to identify what broad topics each student would be interested in. They do a little bit of research on the broader topic, and then they have to narrow it down. It's a very rigorous project in which you have to devote a lot of time to. And for students who don't commit themselves to the project, that's where we see students who struggle.
Teachers think that self-select AT has been affecting the work produced by students. National History Day is one example of how these new students are struggling with the more challenging academics.
The first thing that I looked for was the content to be strong, which started with a great thesis statement. Then I really looked to see if they could use their analysis, interpretation to back that thesis up. I felt like as I was coming across spelling errors, punctuation errors, capitalization errors, sentences that didn't quite make sense, then that really detracted from the overall quality of the project. I would say that the projects that I judged, I think there was a general lack of effort, simply because that word count, there were 1,200 words that were allotted, and I felt like most of the projects that I judged were around 300 to 400 words, which was reflective of the student's voice, in the analysis and interpretation.
Despite the struggle, multiple EMS students won at the regional level. Lola Reimers is one of those students and will be moving on to states.
My NHD project was about Clara Barton, and she was known as the Angel of the Battlefield. She was a women's rights advocate, established the American Red Cross, and helped raise medical standards throughout the Civil War. I got to express myself and learn about something that I probably wouldn't have learned about as in-depth throughout just the basic school academics. There was some nervousness throughout it, but that pressure helped to make my project better, I think.
8th grade history staff would like to let students know that if they select the course, they have to be prepared for this long-term project. This has been Reese and Betsy reporting for Trojan TV.